doubt that self-love has numerous benefits, but self-obsession can destroy your life. And so the difference between self-love and self-obsession is very, very distinct. And in today's episode, I'm going to be sharing the difference between self-love and self-obsession. Hello viewers, welcome to another exciting episode of Unveiling the Diamond. It's still Larry Usman Dauda, so keep your fingers crossed and don't go anywhere. Stay glued to that screen. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back. It's still Unveiling the Diamond, and like I said, today we'll be sharing the difference between self-obsession and self-love. Now, the first thing that I've put down here is that self-obsessed people never understand flaws. Loving yourself simply means accepting yourself for who you are, knowing that you have a good side to yourself and a bad side to yourself, and that is where self-love comes in. People who love themselves understand this concept and they know that they have flaws in their lives. But when you meet someone who is self-obsessed with him or herself, that person does not understand that there is anything wrong with his life. Instead, if you try to pinpoint anything wrong with the person will turn around and see that there is something wrong with you and not with themselves. So self-obsessed people, they never see any flaws in themselves. And the next thing I've put down here is that self-obsessed people do not have empathy. Oh, empathy is a gift, and if you have this gift, I tell you, your life is going to be super. If you have empathy, you are going to understand that love, care, and respect, other people also deserve it, and not just you. And when a self-loved individual meets someone who needs empathy, they genuinely give it to the person without even thinking twice. Why? Because it is already inside of them. They understand the meaning of loving yourself. If you don't even love yourself, there is no way you can love someone else. So if you cannot love yourself, you will not be able to love someone else. So if you're thinking of how to love someone else, the first thing you need to do is to learn how to love yourself. And that is where the misconception comes in. In the process of trying to love yourself, some people end up being obsessed with themselves. But there is a distinct difference between self-love and self-obsession. Now, self-obsessed people do not understand other people's feelings. To them, the only thing that matters is how they feel. They don't care what it is that the other person is feeling. For example, people don't usually remember the words that you say to them. Maybe they might remember, but not everything. But I'm going to tell you this for free. One thing that people will never ever forget is how you make them feel when you say that thing. If you ask this person, what did this person even say to you that is making you angry? What did this person say to you that is causing you so much pain? They might not remember the words that was spoken to them, but how you make them feel every time they see you, they will remember exactly how you make them feel. Another point I would love to talk about is that self-loved people understand that they need to set healthy boundaries for themselves. They put the needs of others quite alright, but they understand that I also need this thing, so they set healthy boundaries for themselves. Whereas when it comes to people who are obsessed with themselves, they do not understand the meaning of boundaries. They just believe that everything is all about them and they do not think of any other person. Another point I would also say is, and this is very, 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 very much important. One thing with self-loved people is that they have a better relationship with people. You can take that to the bank. They have better relationship with people because they understand the true meaning of relationship. While self-obsessed people will always have trouble relating with other people. So the last point I'm going to talk about is authenticity. Self-loved people are authentic people. They are genuine. whatsoever they say about themselves is what is true about themselves. Why? Because they are not out there to impress anybody. But people who are obsessed with themselves, trust me, they are those people that know how to live a fake life. Why? Because they are trying to put themselves above every other person. So they will make sure that their standard of living beats every other person that is around them. Thank you for staying tuned to today's episode. I trust that you got value from today's video. For questions, comments, and contributions, send us a message at Unveiling the Diamond on all our social media handles. And also, you can also send a message to our email at unveilingthediamond@gmail.com. Thank you, and see you in the next edition.